Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you the best 13 features for iOS 14 so that you can get the most out of the new iOS. Alright, let's go. So my name is Sergio with Serg-Tech. In this channel, I do a lot of tech reviews. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so now. Hit the bell to receive notifications on my future videos. This video is going to be numbered to make it easy for you to follow along through all of the features. And without further ado, let's get right into the video now. Alright, so with number 1, we're going to have one of the main features and updates for iOS 14, which is the app library. So the app library is a new organization feature that Apple has created for the new iOS, which will keep all of your apps organized into different sections, making it easier to find them depending on the category that they are organized into. And also, if you go to the top, to the search bar, or if you scroll down, you'll be able to search for the apps also in ABC order, making it really easy to find any app that you want to find, and also removing a lot of clutter pages with all the apps everywhere and taking up space on your home screens. So App Library is now organizing your apps and also making them searchable as well directly from the App Library on the home screen. Next up, we have widgets. So Apple is now creating specialized widgets for Apple iPhones. This is something that Android has had for many years, and Apple has now just decided to jump on the bandwagon and offer widgets as well. However, the Apple widgets are made with a different flavor to them. They look very professional, and you can select the size that you want each widget to be. There's widgets for all different type of apps, and there's going to be new ones coming out with time. So these widgets will give you a quick insight on apps without you actually having to open the apps up. You can just glance over the widget, and some widgets will give you the information that you are looking for without having to necessarily open up the entire app. For number 3, we have Smart Stack widgets. So this is actually a feature for the widgets, which will combine different widgets all into one widget, where you can scroll up and down on one widget and it will change from one to the next. Also, you're going to have an option available to set them for automatic changing, so the Smart Stack widget will continually change throughout the day. So for number 4, like I mentioned before with the app library, now you're going to be able to hide certain home screens, and also removing a lot of clutter pages with all the apps everywhere and taking up space on your home screens, so that you don't have to be scrolling everywhere every time you're looking for certain apps. Another very important upgrade for iOS 14 is that I personally like a lot is that the iOS is more compact. So they've made the user interface, the UI, more compact, meaning everything now takes up less space on your screen. So before, when you were getting an incoming call, it would pretty much change your whole screen out to that incoming call, so you can select whether you want to answer it or decline the call. Well, now it's going to give you those same options as well, but it's going to be a small box that appears at the top of the screen, so it's not going to take up the entire space on your phone, so you can continue viewing whatever it was that you were looking at on your phone when that call came in. And it's not going to necessarily take you out of that screen and block the screen out completely with the call. This is also the same for Siri. Before, when you would open Siri up, it would take up the whole screen. Now it's just going to be a small little circle portion on the bottom of the screen for Siri, so that you can continue viewing what it was that you were viewing before Siri was activated. Another cool thing is that now you're going to be able to hide videos. So there's certain apps like YouTube that sometimes when you're using them and you change screens to view something else, that video and the sound for that video will stop playing because it automatically will exit and pause the app when you get out of that screen. Well, this is changing now for those apps. Now you can minimize the screen and put it completely to the side so that you won't see it, and so that you can focus on the new task that you are trying to do. Or you can leave the video or whatever it is that you're doing minimized and also continue to use other screens on your phone as well. So very nice compact UI updates there for iOS 14. Another cool upgrade for those that love using emojis is that they have added over 20 new emojis to choose from with the new iOS 14, and also the emojis are now even more customizable because they differ in age, so you can choose the age of your emoji. There's baby emojis to older person emojis as well to choose from, and they've even added a mask emoji now because of the virus that's going on. Everyone's using face masks, face covers, so now there's an emoji with a face cover as well. Number 7 is that the iOS 14 now comes with a new Translate app. And the cool thing about this Translate app is that it works offline. So you don't necessarily have to be online to be able to use it. So this comes very useful, especially if you're in an area where you don't have reception and you need to translate something important. It can definitely come in handy. And it also comes with 11 pre-stocked languages as well. Another great upgrade for iOS 14 is that now you can select different default programs like your browser and your default email program. So before, you were just able to use Safari as your default browser and the Apple Mail app as your default mail program on your iPhone. Well, now with iOS 14, you're going to be able to change that. So for example, for the web browser, I personally like to use Google Chrome, so I'm going to be changing to that and trying that out. So I am going to be changing that and using that as my new default apps now that I am able to with iOS 14. Number 9, another cool thing is app clips. So now you can take pictures of certain things and just get a small view of the app without having to download the app completely. You can use the functions of the app for whatever it is that you need to use it without having to completely download that app. So app clips, a very nice upgrade for iOS 14, in my opinion, that we can all take advantage of so that we don't have to download every single app that maybe we just may use one time, so that it doesn't take up storage on our phones. Number 10 is another very cool feature. It's like a shortcut feature. So now on your iPhone, you can double tap or triple tap the back of the iPhone and select different functions for the double tap or for the triple tap gesture. So that can come very useful for Siri and many different other apps that you may want to use them for. So you can use it for your camera, and the list goes on and on. But it's definitely a nice feature there for iOS 14, a nice shortcut that we can definitely take advantage of. Number 11 is sound recognition. So now with the new iOS 14, you can set it up to detect certain sounds, like maybe a dog barking, a cat meowing, the door knocking. You can set it to select different sounds, and once it does, it will send you a notification reminding you to take care of the sound that is playing at the moment. So I might not be using this, but this can be very useful for the different needs that many people have in their lives. It can be very useful for some more than others. Number 12 is search emojis. So another nice little upgrade here. I know sometimes we like to type in a certain word and we wanted to find the emoji that we're referring to. Well, before it was a little bit harder. Now with iOS 14, it's gonna work a lot easier. Once you type certain words in, it's gonna always automatically pull up more emojis automatically, so that you don't have to take so long searching manually for those emojis. And finally, number 13 is gonna be their upgrade for maps on iOS 14. So some of those upgrades include richer map details, more information on local places, faster routing and navigation times, and also Maps is now being updated to provide more features for cyclers. So with this whole thing that's going on, a lot of more people are cycling nowadays. So Apple Maps is upgrading and now providing us a feature in the maps for better navigation for cycling. So closer, more enriched details on maps for smaller areas for cyclers, and better navigation routing for cyclers as well. Another important upgrade for Maps on iOS 14 is now they're going to offer EV routing. So if you have an electric vehicle and maybe you're running out of juice, you need to find the nearest charging spot, Apple Maps will now provide you with the nearest charging spots and show you the quickest way to get there, so that you're able to get there quickly enough to charge your vehicle and continue on your trip. So bunch of new features here to take advantage of with iOS 14. Let me know in the comments down below if you already downloaded iOS 14 with my previous video that I showed you how to do that. So go ahead and give this video a like if you got something out of it. If you enjoyed it, it really helps me out a lot. And that's it for this video, everyone. I will see you in the next one. And as always, peace.